Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're going to do a bit of a reactional type video. Dinnen's just got a brand new office. We're going to talk about that. A few topics in and around rugby league. All the trials happened over the weekend. Football's about this far away, so we're excited and I hope you guys are excited too. Before we rip into this content, can you please smash that subscribe button for us? I'm going to grow this platform bigger and bigger. So Lukey, let's get into it.
Let's go. Yeah, Kempy put up his little clip last night of his arousing new studio. Looks mad, eh?
Yeah, it's like obviously, man, full credit to Dinnen. It's an amazing journey. I was on his third ever podcast just purely as a guest. He was interviewing Corey and he just sort of started talking about, I want to start this podcast thing. And it's been an incredible journey. 6 years right now. It's been crazy. And he's done it all on his own. Like, I know he's had investment help come through, but all the work's been done on his own. He fronts the camera, he goes behind, he edits it. He was flying in and out. Man, he fucking deserves every single thing he's got right now. And he's super underestimated as a business person. Like, I talk about business and I get a lot of credit for it, but he's a really smart dude. Behind the theatrics and the football content, there's a really smart guy behind there and he knows what the fuck he's doing. So shout out to Dinnen, obviously as a friend and as a brand who's in a similar space as you. We're super proud of everything that you've done, but here's a bit of a reactional video. Yeah, so man, it's been a crazy journey. Obviously got him sort of floating about on his scooter, doing his little things, floating in and out. But I just want to really skip to, if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. He sort of shows a lot of his interviews coming up. Man, like I said, he's a super smart dude. He understands content. Once you get away from football and you start talking about a bunch of different other things, he likes tapping into the brain. He comes from a well-educated family as well. So don't underestimate Dinnen. He's a super, super smart dude. I know the goosies and the arousal and all that sort of stuff get you through. But yeah, let's go check out this fucking studio of his.
My favourite players at the moment, Cam Munce.
Yeah, crazy. So that sort of first setup has got very Rogan-esque, like, don't you think? I think he's sort of drawing inspiration from a lot of these different types of people. We've got Rogan, Schultz, probably even Impulsive has got a style, but that desk looks super sick. He's got all the fucking coolest gear that Rogan's got. So, man, that looks fucking all time. Sort of rolling through now. He's gone very footy-esque with the music, hasn't he? That command station looks pretty cool. Hey, he's got one of those...
telling me about it on the Friday when he was in for the podcast. He's like, that's the same one he's got, so that's definitely the one to...
We got to get?
Yeah, for sure. And he's got it linked straight into the monitor as well. You'll see all like the cameras on that screen on the left of the wide angle monitor.
All right, we'll get that today then. But yeah, love the setup of it. Obviously switched up the styles, got all the lights going, so won't ever have to worry about lighting issues. The second setup, very similar to kind of like what we've got back here, where... I don't know, it's more of a relaxed vibe. It's more of those one-on-one style content, very Schultzy. That's where we got that idea from, but looks cool. Got the brick backwork at the back as well with the fluoro light. You can't lose, very, very poddy style. And that bloke shooter is the one that I really like. Got that sort of V-style table, very Logan Paul-like. Got the cool fridge in the background, lit up. Got the woodwork at the back as well. Those tables are the best because... obviously the angle, like we turn this table sometimes to, we call it Studio 3 within there. It just kind of looks really, really cool. So got the footy, bro. He's done well, man. Love that. The blokes who laid the foundation. He obviously got Bo Ryan, Matty Johns and Fatty Vorton. Like, he's a super respectful dude as well. So he's going to pay homage to these guys. But let's just put it this way. They walked into a network that got millions and millions of dollars behind him. Dinnen Kemp built his own fucking network. And his podcast studio looks better than the Fox Sports ones right now. So we'll never discredit. Matty Johns is the GOAT, you know what I mean? He's the king. He laid the foundation for all this type of shit to happen, all the comedy, all the characters laid in and around football, where he made it was not always about the 80 minutes. Bo Ryan, he sort of ran off the back of what Matty Johns was doing once he left. Fatty Vorton was always the host of the football show or the footy show. And then social media come along and all these sort of sub-media started out. And Dinnen was the first guy to do it. Like, he's been podcasting for 6 years. So this shit hasn't popped up overnight. But man, like, he is the network now. Like, if you think of Fox Sports, if you think of all these different types of network, that's him. He's created his own network. Off the back of this, be super interesting what he does with content. What do you think he'll do?
He'll have a little team underneath him in terms of, like, obviously he'll have like maybe the blowing comes back, that bloke that was there. But then I reckon he'll bring in people. I think he mentioned, I don't want to say anyone's name that he said because he's going to announce it all himself, but I know he's got a couple of characters in the game that'll be coming in to help him with content, so that should be pretty cool. It's literally just going to be it's like the internet's version of Fox. That's all it will be. And that's always been his goal, just to create the best, be a different avenue for content.
Yeah, and like I go to him for like news and stuff because we never want to be newsy or scoreboardy. Like we see ourselves in a different light, but I go to him for content right now, and he's sort of the guy where a lot of people go to for news and all that sort of stuff as well. It is going to be interesting where he sort of grows from here. Obviously, he's got 3 or 4 different podcast studios within there. Who he brings in, like obviously he's tight with Bo Ryan. Does he move back into the fold? I know he's getting a lot of the ex-players back on as well. So being interesting because all his content's always sort of been based in and around Dinnen. So how he scales out from this is going to be the super exciting part for him, where we've sort of come like, let's roll in with a team and we'll try and grow that way. He's always been like self-driven and self-motivated. And do you know what I love about Dinnen? He's not fancy, man. He comes to our office, he rides like one of those like Lime, those Lime bikes. Like he taps his car, jumps on the bike, rides over, or he drives his missus' car. He's not a fancy dude. He doesn't need anything like nice. So he puts all his money back into his business, back into himself, back into bloke in a bar, and just grows and grows and grows. And like I talked to him about my office probably about 2 years ago. I was like, bro, you should get an office. He goes, nah, I'd rather do it from the spare bedroom of my house. And like, look at him now, man. Look at him now. So I do love that though. He's even got the keg in there as well, so that's pretty cool, man. And that's a nice touch, man. That's super respectful to Matty Johns and all those sort of guys as well. But bro, here's a dude, like he's a good player, but he won't go down as one of the greats. And he's built this network around this game that he loves, and people come to him as a source, and that's fucking crazy, man. And for someone like us, we're in a similar space as him. Obviously, we'll start to make very different content as we start to grow and stuff, but it's inspiring, man. I'm looking at this, I'm like, fuck, like I want to call the office now. And it's not even an ego thing. It's like, bro, he's a guy that's laying the foundation for guys like me and us to exist, and he's got this really cool office that it's going to be a mad space for creativity, and I was like, shit, I want that too. Yeah. This and the 100 Thieves video are the 2 videos that probably got me the most hyped at the moment about office builds. And like, we got a nice office, we can't complain. I haven't seen this. The sort of lounge type vibe. Just little lounge areas, like super vibey. Yeah, well done, man. Bro, this is crazy. You know how we buzz over like Logan Paul getting a new studio and David Dobrik, bro? He's done it here in Australia. Can't wait to go check it out and see the space. And obviously, like we've been looking at offices lately. And we just think, fuck, we just can't wait to get something like this as well. So shout out to Dinnen. You deserve every fucking accolade that you get right now, every fucking cent that you get. You deserve it all, bro, because you've worked hard, you've held your breath, you're not too fancy, bro. You make fucking interesting and entertaining content that everybody loves. So congratulations, bro. Appreciate that.
I love the concept of it with when Scope was on his podcast the other day talking about like it's like that LA comedy scene almost, where you've got the Rogans, you've got like the Brian Callens, you've got all the different characters that just grow each other's content.
100%, and that's what we do. There's no competition here, which is like me and him have private conversations. We have texts. Like I've got some mad texts on my phone between me and Dinnen, and obviously I love to keep those private as well. But man, it's cool. It's cool to watch it from like such a close distance, but from backwards from a fan as well. So, bro, congratulations, bro. You deserve everything.
Next one, we had the Souths. They killed it in the Charity Shield on the weekend.
Yeah, if you're a Souths fan, you should be getting really, really excited. Obviously, the Dragons didn't offer up too much as well, which could be in for a very long season. But man, if you look at the Souths team, they've had this shape that they've thrown, and I'm going to do a shape video on them a little bit later. They've had this shape that they've been throwing for the last 3-4 years, and Adam Reynolds usually the first receiver, Cody Walker's the second. Now Latrell comes off the back of that. He looks healthy. He looks fit. I'll break down their shape a little bit later, but man, if you're a Souths fan, you should be excited. One thing about Souths that I feel like Jai Arrow is going to bring is sort of the leader of the pack as well. So Cam Murray, like one of the best 13s in the game, if not the best forward in the game. But he's got X factor. He can break a game up for you. But there's someone like a Jai Arrow who just really like, you know when you're at the Roosters, you look and you got Wura Hargraves, you got Boyd Cordner. You know when times are getting tough, everyone's looking at those sorts of guys as well. Where Souths, they've got the back line on the edges of doom, but I just feel like they just need that leader, that right in the middle. There's someone who's going to jump out the line and put a shot on when everyone else is tired and turn the game. And I think Jai Arrow is going to be that guy for them as well. Obviously, with Sam Burgess leaving, he was the guy. He was like the king of all kings when it comes to that type of thing. But I think that's the only thing that they're missing. And hopefully Jai Arrow can be that guy. Josh Mansour moves into the fold. Benji Marshall's come over as well. Got one of the best coaches ever in Wayne Bennett. So if they could stay healthy, it's going to be exciting times for Souths fans. It does remind me of sort of Cowboys. Before they won the comp, there was like 2 years in a row where they were always close or thereabouts in terms of finals football, and something used to happen, like used to get knocked out for some different reason. I feel like that pattern is playing again. So I reckon Souths will be in the GF very early on. I know it's only trials, but I reckon they'll be there and could get it done if they stay healthy.
You had your eye on Joseph Suaali over the weekend, watching his New South Wales Cup. Is that what that was?
Yeah, New South Wales Cup. So Norths, they played out there, and he played at centre, right centre, scored 2 tries. Nothing like crazy tries or anything like that, but you could tell, just from the outside looked in, you could tell he's a little bit nervous. And I put this note down just because let him be an 18-year-old. Let him learn the game. I know he's got a big price tag attached to his name. I don't know why his managers sort of dragged his name through the media to get that sort of type of money, but I know he's got that, and I was reading comments in there, and everyone's going, "Oh, is this it? Is this it? Is this it?" So let him be 18. He's in the best system. He's going to get the best training. He's going to get the best coaching. Just let him grow. Let him have a chance to flourish. And I don't know, we'll see some really good things in maybe 18 months, 2 years. But don't put so much pressure on him right now. Just let him be a kid.
Yeah, NRL, they've even uploaded their own highlights package on him and whatnot. Have you seen, I think it was NRL Guru last week, did a post. He screenshot one of the Foxes on the 9, something about a piece of content on him. He's like, just everyone chill.
Yeah, and I get it. It's like when Zion comes through. It's like when Mello comes through. We love to watch the high school kid move into the grades and sort of watch him grow. But also when in Australia, we love to put these types of kids up on a pedestal because we want them to fail. Like the general fan doesn't want him to do well because one, he's 18-year-old getting paid more than most of us put together. You know what I mean? And they feel like that he owes them something because he's getting paid, and if he's not good straight away, then why is he on that type of money? So just let Suaali just be an 18-year-old kid. Let him develop. He's not going to set the world on fire straight away. Who knows? He might, and I hope he does. But just don't be so harsh on the kid, man. Social media is ruthless. Fans are ruthless. Let him be 18 years old. Let him develop. Judge him when he's 22, 23, and we'll see how we're going.
This weekend will be the last weekend without no football, and then we're back. You quite excited?
Yeah. So when you finish out of football, you go through this little transition period of you don't really want to watch it or you don't really care about it, and then you start to really, really enjoy it again and become a fan of the game. And obviously, we make a fuckload of content in and around it. I'm looking forward to it. We obviously got the Footy Companion coming back. I think that's going to be bi-weekly, like probably every 2 weeks. Depending on, I think Scope sort of nailed that in straight away. Scope's going to sort of hit a lot of our football content in terms of guests as well. I'll do a little bit of this stuff, a little bit of shape. I think we're going to bring a few more people in as well. So I'm excited from a media company's content standpoint because there's going to be a fuckload of content in and around it. We'll never be the people that sort of cover up score lines and that stuff. We want to focus on the content from Monday to Friday. But I'm excited. Watched a fuckload of the trials over the weekend on KO. It was good, man. I'm excited. So the greatest game of all is almost back.
Let's go.
Let's go.